We made them good by training, mentoring, coaching, being with them. Subsequently, as the company grew and there was some brand that got created, obviously the quality of people improved. Even today, we don't feel that we are happy about the quality of intake, because that's a never-ending problem. Because when you are growing, you require a better talent, and you can't attract talent because the talent is still thinking of going to even a larger organization. A challenge for a training industry in general is we have an issue in our society that being a teacher, being a trainer is not considered as a good job profile. I've seen many parents, though the employee of Seed, he was so enjoying the job of being a trainer, his parents forced him to do, because he said that your colleague, your friend is doing a job in Infosys Wipro, and why the hell you're working with Seed? So they were provoked by the parents, though the person was interested in being a teacher. We have a very bad, recognition for teacher, which is actually the most crucial part of the upbringing of the children in this country. In other countries, in US, in Japan, in China, when I went there, the teachers are highly respected. In India, they are not respected. And that's the reason only when people don't get anything, they become a teacher. We have a severe problem there as far as getting a talent is concerned. The talent goes to the software development industry, and we have to somehow manage, and that's the reason training of the people inside the organization is something that we do as a continuous process. So I don't know whether we are attracting good people. We have a basic premise, basic belief that everybody is good, so there is nothing like good or bad. And then if something has to be brought in as a new quality, new skill, that can be provided by mentoring and coaching. We strongly believe in training and coaching as a part of growth of the organization, which is one of the great values Jack Welch used in General Electric.
See, one question. We have come on the right point that students are not coming for the learning; they are coming for the job. We have seen a lot of coaching, like your training centers. They are writing 100% job. Lot of ads. One of my friend also started and he failed. And even he told me, if you think you can teach a best and you can run an institute very well, that is the wrong thinking. Students are coming for the job. If you are able to take them a job, then only you can be successful. So I want to know from your side, sir, is it true, or if I am providing a good teaching, I can be run a
It is absolutely true, because the very purpose, why are we here in this world as an additional training institute than in the colleges, because the students coming out of colleges are not employable, otherwise we are not required. Since they are not employable and that number is in millions, we are required in the market. So they come to you to learn, but more than that they want a job, and you have to respect, because that's what they want. Our critical success factor, not only that we teach, we give extensive support to placement. We could be number one in the country even today, the number of placements we do. And that has to be one of the key value proposition, apart from teaching good, which is implicit in the whole process. But if somebody starts thinking of starting an IT training institute, I would say don't do that. The market is certainly tough. It doesn't attract funds at this moment. We were one of the fortunate company in IT training that we got fund, and we are being forced by the promoters, by the fund, that we need to create a niche in next 2 years. Otherwise, we'll be valued like NIT and Aptex of the world. And we have to create a niche by online model, etc. So placement is a critical success factor in this kind of businesses. And that's the reason a co-creation of all the stakeholders in this whole process, the student, his parents, the industry, our employees, only when they come together. And it is just not we doing business, it's a social cause, because you are making person employable and making him stand on his feet and run his family. We tell our employees that this is just not a business, it's a corporate social responsibility indirectly that we do in the organization. And that's how they should carry it.
Carrying 600 trainers.
We don't have 600 trainers, we have 250 trainers
250
on the road.
So, but all the centers are owned by SEED?
Our model is, most of them are owned by us. The franchising in services industry, where the quality is dependent on a trainer, can't be outsourced. And that's the reason most of the large organizations like Aptech, NIT and many other companies face a problem. Aptech, NIT generally is a really interesting and a good company. But if you pass on the service quality to a partner, a franchise partner who doesn't have an interest in teaching, he will mess it up, and that's what happened. So in a model, that's the reason we got the fund, is to raise our own centers and make sure that the quality is controlled by we having a trainer on our roll.
What about the university or a college of SID which will hold people there and get on to upbringing the quality of students rather than taking a student out of engineering and then grooming him and taking...
So what we have started doing, rather than thinking of making person employable after college education, let's make the student employable during the college education. And we have a partnership with 70 colleges in Maharashtra, Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh. We go to college, sign a MOU, we do provide training on a college campus and try to bring the industry on a campus so that there is a win-win-win for student, for college, for industry, and without spending additional time and money, the student can be made employable, and that's badly required.
Wow, what a story. I mean, I'm really impressed, Rash.
Thank you, sir.
I think, thanks for sharing your wonderful journey, your insights, your ups and downs, your experience with investors. I really thank you for, I really thank you for that. Thanks, Adul, for facilitating this session. I also like to thank Mandar for introducing TIE and also welcoming everyone. I also thank to our sponsors, that's Kirloskar Chair. I would like to present the memento. Thank you all for attending today's event. We look forward to seeing you again in future. We have a series of events which will be arranged by TIE. Also thanks to all the charter members, all the volunteers, as well as the TIE Pune team for making this presentation possible. Please, I think I forgot your name. Shared. I think please fill in the feedback form, which is very critical, so that we can actually improve if anything else is required in in such programs. Also, if there are any people, any of you who are not yet member of TIE, make sure you talk to Mandar or Madhura and become a member as soon as possible.
Not members. Okay, I'll meet you.
You will get an opportunity to be a part of many such events. Also, there are a lot of other things planned out. So thanks all for attending today's event. Thank you very much.